You ready, Miss Algiers?
I am ready.
I'll give you your light at 9. You'll see me flashing my light, Angela. Erica should be in any minute. Miss Algiers, she's trying to get home.
Do you want us to be muted in the show, or do you want us to be reaction to jokes that other
I'm pretty
comments?
sure you guys should want to laugh at each other, right? There's nobody else.
I wasn't sure if you wanted muted and just
Nope, I have you mute up front so I can turn off my screen and announce everybody and say her name. And then once I say her host name, make some noise and act like it's a regular show.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Angela.
Hi, Angela.
BMB. Hi, Dawn. And Algiers and Dusty. And and Ariel. Yes. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Suitman Productions. We've got a great show for you tonight. Every last Sunday of the month, we bring you a treat. And when I say a treat, I mean it. It is Soul Sista Sundays. This month, we've went international with our Soul Sisters. We've went both coasts with our Soul Sisters, and we've took one from the Midwest and the South. So you get a Soul Sister from everywhere in North America this episode. So y'all better be ready. Our first comedian tonight will be out of Ottawa, Canada. If I remember correctly, she won Ottawa's Funniest, to a lot of people's demise or upsetness. Don Xanklin will be our opener tonight. Up next, out of Washington, D.C., this lady's producing her own shows as well, making some noise out her way. Give it up for Angela Moore. Local to Suitman himself, out of Tacoma, Washington, we'll have Miss Crazy Ass TwoScarves. I love her. And then out of Chicago, Illinois, we'll have Erica Switzer. And actually from Seattle, Washington, but in Brooklyn, New York, our headliner is Ariel Evans. But give it up for our host with the most, the mouth from the South, the crazy, the beautiful, even the politician, if I remember correctly. Give it up for Algiers Diamond, everybody.
Woo, 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 woo. It is your girl. Hey, ladies. Hi, ladies. It is another Soul Sister Sundays. And I'm in a weird place. I am inside of my vehicle. Yes, I am. But it's what's on the outside of my vehicle that really is the only reason why I'm on and did not give up being the host of this show. I'm in Pennsylvania and I want witnesses if anything happens. Yes, God, yes. I've been driving through towns and towns through Pennsylvania, and every single house looks like it was placed here when Pennsylvania was founded. Every house looks old. It don't matter if it's brand new, it looks old as hell, and I'm afraid for my life. Um, I don't know where my husband had me at, y'all, but I would assure you if I would have turned this camera around, y'all will see that we are in the middle of Trump country. And these are the kind of people who are upset right now because we got Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that will turn Juneteenth into their personal let's go blackface. You know what I'm saying? Those type of people. The people who will dress up as Martin Luther King has nothing to do with Juneteenth, but they would do it. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, I'm celebrating with you Negroes while in blackface. That's the kind of people that I'm around. Yes, yes. So you know, those are the kind of people who enjoy dressing up in sheets for Halloween though. But you know, oh man. Um, I just don't want white people to start really celebrating Juneteenth until a couple years from now, about 2 years. Y'all didn't get that. That went straight over your head. I see you two scarves. She's thinking. She thinking real hard about that thing. Scarf too tight at the top. The top scarf a little bit too tight. Didn't get that one. Oh my goodness. What else have we been up to? I think that I am going to start giving classes to Palm Pilots. Palm Pilots, you know, we always, when we talk about white people, we always point to our palm. So they're Palm Pilots. That's my term. Ain't nobody else can use it. Okay. It is gone. So I'm going to start teaching Palm Pilots how to properly protest because they be off rhythm. They don't have no rhythm, so they can't do it that way. And they decide to get rid of things and burn things that they've been having for centuries. Like it don't make no sense, Karen, Chad, to be burning your Nikes in a protest for Nike when you've been having them since 1989. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't care. Nike done got their money. It don't even make no sense. So I am going to facilitate meetings and discussions on how to properly protest so that I can get, you know, white folks money and teaching bullshit. You know, because it's just not in their genes. They just don't know how to do that. They don't know how to protest. Let me get my life together. I hope that I'm not breaking up because it's showing that I have really good signal. Let me know if I am breaking up or if I am clear coming in for you ladies. This dude.
You're good. We can hear you.
Man, listen, he's been trying to get to a location in the middle of the mountains. Okay, there's no off ramp. This is a pure comedy because there is no off ramp. But he saw a town in the middle of the mountains and he's trying to get there. And he said that he had enough gas to get there. Somebody please send help. And this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna put a soul brother on soul sister Sundays. Oh, it's blurred out. I'm sorry. Automatically. Let me get my life together. Package up, put in my chest and run to the deep. I am just excited for this lineup. I think you women are wonderful. I look forward to being with each and every one of you every time. We meet every time there's a Solstice for Sunday. I've performed with TwoScarves before. I think I've performed with Dawn before and maybe Angela. So you guys are not new to my style of comedy and who I am. And I'm not new to you guys. I think you women are wonderful. So if we're going to get into a Soul Sister Sunday, I am going to bring up right now Miss Dawn Xanklin of Ottawa. And she's going to give us 10 minutes of her best comedy. Give it up. Give it up.
Oh, Algiers, thank you so much for that. And blink twice if we need to send people for you to rescue you from Trump country. So I want to say hey to the Soul Sisters and Soul Mistas. I am Dawn Xanklin and I am finally double vaccinated. Yeah, it's about time because I spent all of last year not vaccinated in the suburbs. And if you are in suburbs in Canada, you're going to hear three things. People are going to say three different kinds of things. They're going to say, get off my lawn, pull up those damn pants, and call 911. I can't get out of this tantric sex position. but I'm glad that things aren't going to stay that exciting, because here in Ottawa, things are finally opening up. Like, I went to Walmart the other day, real Walmart, no online ordering. I used a real cart, went through real aisles, and I filled my cart with all of this shit I didn't need. And then I went to the self-checkout and I left my cart. I left it right there because I do not work retail and I'm not going to pack my own damn bags. So, it was a bit of an issue because big stores, big box stores, Walmart, Costco, whatever, they stress me out. They stress me out because they get so crowded. We still have the mutated versions of this killer cold. People don't even look if they're sick, but we still line up because poop emoji baking pans are on sale this week for $3.06. So you know where I'm going to go after this, to Walmart, to get those baking pans. What I do. I'm so jumpy that when I go to the stores like that, I look at people in the lineup who cough too close to me, like Walmart looks at folks who shop while black. So, but I find that when I'm stressed at these places, it just adds to the reasons I eat, because I eat when I'm stressed. If you don't believe me, you can ask my scale. And this week, my stress tastes like fries, blueberry pie, and my husband's ass. Don't judge me. It's carbs, fruit, protein, a balanced diet. I'm not apologizing for anything. So the thing about me, this is the first time I've done Soul Sisters, is I'm always low-key stressed because I am a nerd. My natural state, guys, is anxiety because life is unpredictable. Yeah, seriously, you don't know where that next wedgie is going to come from. Am I right? So you can think of me as Professor X meets Generation X meets Malcolm X. I am awkwardness by any means necessary. So when you're thinking about awkward, the most awkward thing of all about me is I'm in a mixed marriage. And it's a mixed marriage because my husband likes Star Wars. I like Star Trek. He likes when his villains do the force choke thing. Meanwhile, I'm just standing back and expecting them to set their phasers to vibrate. So, logically, if you do the math, our kid thinks we're both losers. Imagine that. The science. So the kids' opinions of me aren't helped by the fun games I come up with to help him pass the time, because he's been home all of this time through COVID. I came up with this fun game. It's fun to me. It's called decluttering. What you do is you go through random closets, you find boxes of shit, you take it out, and you don't open the box unless mom says so. My kid opened the fucking box of my high school stuff, and what did he find? But compromising pictures of his mother. Yeah, he did. There were things I didn't want anyone to see. I'm talking pictures of me in tacky colors because it was the 90s. Pictures of me with my hair pulled back into a bun because Becky down the street braids better than I do. And pictures of me in big chunky glasses because my parents clearly didn't love me enough to tell me not to go out and see people wearing that. So of course, I did the only thing a mother could do. I told my kid that those were pictures of Stephen Urkel. Stephen Urkel. So, I'm glad that I lost the Urkel treatment by the time I finished high school, went to university, because I met And I married the very first Black man that I dated.
Wow.
I did. See, the others, I just fucked, you know, hobbies. But I, you know, these days I have different hobbies because, like I said, I'm married. And my husband's diet includes stuff I bake, you know, my new hobby. And because like Erin, any good wife, I learned how to bake edibles in COVID.
Oh, wow.
I did. And everyone else I knew was baking sourdough bread, but I was baking shit to stop my doughy self from being sour. Yeah. And my husband likes my doughy parts, right? That helps the marriage. He doesn't think that I look 47. And, you know, because all of you ladies know the science, black don't crack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some random white guy told me that he figured out how to guess my age. He said, what you do is you lean in really close, and you count the rings. That was one smart gynecologist. Yeah. Man. So being 47 means that last year I had to look up what WAP meant. You know, you remember that song? Did you know it's short for wet ass pussy? Yeah. And then because I'm exactly that kind of nerd, I had to Google what you do with one. So let's recap. I'm a nerd. I'm not any nerd. I'm a black nerd. My people like to be called blurs, right? And the problem is that the only people who know what blurs are usually other blurs. But there was a movie that changed that, Hidden Figures. You saw it? Yeah? No one saw it. Okay, well, Hidden Figures was all about the really smart blurs that did the fancy math that launched America's first space rockets. There was a small problem. Those blurs had to sit at the back of the rockets. It was a fucked up time. Yeah. So the thing about blurs, like maybe the ladies in Hidden Figures, is that we're often told that we're not black enough, like there was a test. Because if there was a test, you know what? We get a fucking A because that's what nerds do. So another thing this blur does is motherhood. But I do it differently than my mom did. You know, like my mom was a Caribbean Martha Stewart. She kept a spotless house, was an excellent cook, even with 4 kids under 5. Well, then there's me. My house is a petri dish. I have delivery on speed dial, and I'm responsible for 1 kid, a couple of guppies, and the amaretto that I have hidden somewhere in my femme den. You know, responsibilities. So my mom was a housewife, but I'm the kind of mom who works outside the house. And because I used to be Catholic, guilt was my superpower. And when he was really little, my kid said, "Mommy, get fired. I want you to stay home instead." But then,
Mommy.
Yeah, mommy, get fired. And I said, if I get fired, how do I buy your video games? He thought about it. Now I work for Pokeballs. And when I'm not on a corner somewhere trying to score some Pokeballs, my family and I like to go do blurred things, like go to conventions like Comic-Con. I was so proud that I squeezed myself into a cat suit for my very first cosplay. And I went into a building, and what happens? Someone comes up to me and says, "You know, Black Widow isn't really black, right?" Fuck. So I'm looking at what he's wearing, and I said, "You know, Batman's not fat and pockmarked, right? You got any Clearasil in that utility belt, Dork Knight?" Then the bastard runs off crying to his mom. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm still Don Xanklin. Good night.
Everybody give it up for Don Xanklin. Don Xanklin, everybody. Don Xanklin, everybody. Thank you so much. I think we share a lot in common. My mom made me get those red glasses, the Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. Yes, I'm also a blurred. I was a network engineer before stepping on a stage of comedy. So computer networking. So I was actually like the women in the movies. So that is very, very awesome. And I know what WAP meant from the beginning. It's a worship and praise. So I don't know what you were talking about. This is Sunday, and worship and praise. Hallelujah. So thank you so much. You were a hilarious young woman. Now, next on the stage, coming to the stage is Miss Angela Moore out of Washington, D.C. Everybody give it up for Angela.
Hey, everybody. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Great. Okay. First of all, I want to give a shout out to all the comedians and Soup Man Productions for putting this on. Thank you so much. I would like to start out by sharing that I recently graduated with a new bachelor's degree. Thank y'all so much. Yes. For 4 years, I have been without air conditioning. So that's what my degree is in, no AC. Yes. So if I melt, just pray that somebody can throw some ice on me, but I'm all good. But anyway, y'all, it is so hot, y'all, that even Fido is like roof. It's hot because we here in the East Coast. I don't know how it is where y'all live, especially if you live west of the East Coast. I don't know, but here in the East Coast where I am, it's hot. I mean, y'all, it is so hot that the other day I was able to scramble my eggs on the street for breakfast. Okay, so it's hot. But we're in this pandemic, and not only is the world in a pandemic, but the pandemic has made us all like learn a new language, like worldwide language. I don't know if y'all are aware of that. The language is called Mascalese. Yes, you know that language, Mascalese, where you like, hey, how are you? It's all good. Oh my God. It don't matter where you are in the world, you have all learned how to speak a brand new language, okay? So, at the beginning when President Biden became president, he had this federal mandate out and that if you were on any federal property, you had to wear your mask. And so I happened to be walking around in downtown DC near some, different sites and everything. And the police was like, put on your mask. And I was like, oh my gosh. He was like, if I see you without your mask again, you going to jail. And I was like, oh my God, can you imagine if I had gotten put in jail for not wearing my mask? I mean, I would be in jail with I wouldn't really have a lot of street cred being in there, because here's some people like, what you in there for? Well, I robbed a bank. Oh, okay. And what you in there for? Well, I beat up my boyfriend. And then they asked me, what you in here for? And I'd be like, for indecent exposure. I was showing my nose and mouth. Yeah. So, it's crazy though, because I never knew that I would I gained the quarantine 15. Anybody out there being quarantine 15 too? Yes. I see some of y'all did gain the quarantine 15. But y'all, I never knew that I would gain the quarantine 15 and lose it by catching COVID-19, okay? It's all good. We can laugh about it, yes. Because don't worry, y'all, that the weight found me, okay? It found me. And it is back on, okay? So, when I had COVID, I did lose my sense of taste and smell. That's how I ended up losing the quarantine 15. But y'all, when I had COVID, I was just so weak. I was so weak, y'all, that I could not shower for 3 whole weeks. And I must say that when my sense of smell came back, I never knew that smelling so bad could be so good. So yeah. But when I went for my checkup, the doctor had diagnosed me with a deficiency. When he checked me out after I had COVID and everything, he told me that I was diagnosed with financial deficiency. I found out, so I see some people saying amen out there. I found out that I weighed more than my credit score. And the doctor called it credit something, he said. And one of the side effects was I had credibetes, you know. But then, as we were concluding with my appointment, he said, Angela, have you ever thought about freezing your eggs? And I was like, freezing my eggs? I like my eggs scrambled for a lot of cheese. And the doctor was like, no, at this point in your life, if you decide to have children, it will be considered a geriatric baby. I was like, great. Not only am I going to have to give the baby Similac to wash down a Geritol pills, but I'm going to give birth to Benjamin Button's black cousin, okay? So, y'all, I will admit, though, that during quarantine, I did sleep around. Well, I slept around in my own house. And I kind of slept around with these 3 guys, and they were with me all the time. And I made sure that I kept my record straight with them because they all had the first name. So that way, it worked out. So I didn't mess up saying anybody's name. And so their names was Bill, the light bill, the gas bill, and the electricity bill, you know what I'm saying? But we all climaxed once they got paid. Yeah. So yes. I am old fashioned. Y'all, I am so old fashioned that I haven't had a microwave in my house since President Obama had black hair and Donald Trump was a TV reality star, okay? My TV, y'all, is so old that it was made in the USA. Shout out to Emerson. Yes. And a few months ago, I did post on my Facebook that I needed people to pray for my TV because it was starting to black out and stuff. And prayer does work, y'all, because my TV, my little TV that I've had for 100 years, it's still working, y'all. It's still working. So I thank all y'all out there who prayed for my TV, okay? But anyway, my family, like my parents, shout out to my parents, like before COVID, they celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, right? So we went out to celebrate, and we went out to eat. Yes, we went out to eat at one of my favorite restaurants. And y'all, after about the 3rd round of samples at Costco's, we were stuffed. Yes, we were stuffed. And so, I used to go to Costco's often for lunch. And I have to admit that I haven't eaten much lunch since the pandemic because they don't have no samples. Yeah, it's pretty tragic. But my family, they have a very good record of having relationships. So, my parents have been married for 50 years. And both of my siblings have been married to their spouses. One has been married to their spouse for like 18, and the other one has been married to their spouse for 20 years. And I've been in a relationship with my therapist for about 4 years. Yes. And so So my girlfriend, she knows that I'm seeing somebody, and she was like, girl, but she don't know who I'm seeing, right? She's like, girl, that could be your husband. I was like, I don't think so, because he keeps seeing other people, okay? That will never happen. All right. So anyway, my okay, yes. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, on a serious note, like I said, I haven't really had long relationships. The longest relationship I had was for 10 years. And we really, like, that was my ride or die. Okay, my ride or die. Like, we went everywhere together. I mean, very cooperative partner, didn't complain much. As long as I kept gas in his tank, he was good. And I'm talking about my car, okay? We broke up when we ended up in a car accident, and he was considered total. So, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, let's see. One of the other things I wanted to tell y'all is yesterday I got pulled over by this cop, right? And we got this climate going on with the police and everything. And so I got pulled over by the police officer, and he got out the car, and I was getting all nervous. Y'all, when he came to my window, I was like, oh my God, you are fine. Y'all, I was able to flirt my way out of a ticket. Can we get an amen for that? Okay. He didn't even give me a warning. He was just like, just be careful. And I so wanted to ask him, because I didn't see no little handcuffs on his finger. I didn't see no little handcuff on his finger. And I so want to be like, are you married? But I figured I better not push it, because I ain't trying to get no ticket and my insurance goes up and everything. But anyway, I just want to leave y'all with this. Like, I since the pandemic is kind of over, but not really, I've been getting a lot of telemarketer calls. So they've been calling me up about buying this for me, buying that for me. Do I want to get rid of this, get rid of that? So one called me up and was like, yeah, we like your car. So we would like for you to, would you be interested in selling your car and you be able to trade it in? And I'm like, I don't know. I said, you know what? Actually, I think I am. And he was like, great. Can I get your email information? I was like, yes. I said, you ready? He was like, yes. I said, leave me alone at gmail.com. And on that note, my name is Angela Moore. Y'all take care. Bye. Thank you all.
Give it up, give it up, give it up for Angela Moore. You are hilarious. The more these women on here tell about their lives, I'm starting to feel like Dante has been stalking me, because there's so much truth in all of what they're saying about me. I'm trying to figure out, if Dante is a real stalker around here, because I haven't had a microwave in like 8 or 9 years. This is really spooky. Okay, just want you to know I'm back in those dinosaur times also. So all right, Angela. And also, I'm usually, when I'm performing, I usually have on my head wrap, and so now you guys can see how big my forehead is, and I did it this way on purpose because my husband loves Sade. And I was like, before you leave me, I will push back my entire hairline for you. Okay, so that's what I did. I pushed that thing all the way back. It was kind of by mistake though, because what had happened was that when I got my hair done, the girl, and she didn't lay my edges right. And so I used a toothbrush in order to lay my edges the correct way, and gave myself gingivitis of the edges because it was her real toothbrush. So that was that. Let me get my life together, back it up, put in my chest and run into the D-line, because we have up next coming to the stage. We have up next coming to the stage of funny young woman who stole my heart last time I was able to perform with her. So TwoScarves it is, with your
coming by. So I'm just like, dang it, man, this is ghetto. Trying to stand up, cars going by, guys like, hey, how much are you growing? I'm just like, oh, I can't do that right now. So yeah, if you hear the cars go by, that's where I'm at. Okay, trying to make a living. Cause you know it's hard out here for a pimp. Let me quit. To live, it's so frustrating. I did get a call one day, right? I'm happy. I'm like, oh, I got a phone call. I checked my voicemail, and the girl was just like, yeah, you called about this unit. Can you give us a call back and we can talk to you about it? So yeah, just call us back at this number, and yeah, we go from there. Thanks. Have a good day. So I'm thinking by the tone of her voice, it's gonna be some good news, right? So I'm like, all right, let me hurry up and call her back because sounds promising. Let me call her. So I called her. I'm like, hey, you called me about the apartment. I'm just returning your phone call. So what's going on? She's like, yeah, that apartment, the unit you were asking about, it's not available. We're not gonna have anything until maybe year 2030. I mean, that's what it seemed like. I'm like, dang it, I just want a place to live. I'm like, how can you be so happy and excited when it comes to delivering bad news? Like, I'm looking for a place to stay. You could have been like, you could have called me back and be like, girl, I don't know what to tell you. We ain't got shit. Your ass is gonna be homeless for a while. We ain't got nothing. I mean, if you check back later, don't even check back later because that's too soon. We ain't gonna have nothing. I'm like, dang, she sounded so promising when she called. So now I'm out here told this little homeless guy in his little cardboard box. I'm like, that cardboard box looked pretty big though. I think both of us could fit in there. So that's where I'm at right now. 6th Avenue. Pimped out. Okay, no, let me stop. No, I like it here though. I like being in Washington. It was a bit of a culture shock when I came here. I had never heard of the terms like dive bars. I had never been to a bar until I got here. I love the fact that you guys love being outdoors and there's camping and there's hiking and all this stuff. Like people in Washington camp any and everywhere at any time. You're camping in the mountains, at parks, you know, school playgrounds, along sidewalks. I mean, it's beautiful how much the love is for camping. I remember one time I was walking with one friend, right? I was like, oh my God, look at these people, just their tents lined up on the sidewalk, camping everywhere. Moved me to tears. My friend was like, no, they're homeless. I'm just like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Even the homeless people like camping. That's so sweet. They just line their tents up in front of people's houses and the people in the houses let them live there. That's so sweet. I like that. I didn't like it when I stepped on that little dookie, like there was a pile of dookie on the ground. I stepped in. I was like, ew. I'm like, well, maybe they just didn't make it to the bathroom in time. You know how they go. What I don't like is the signaling. There's no signaling here. People just cut in front of each other when it comes to traffic. Like back home, we'll speak, we'll say hi, like go ahead, go in. Yeah, Not here. People just switch lanes, don't say nothing, and it's the easiest thing you can do because like the little blinker thing is right there. So then I was like, you know what? I wonder what kind of people they are throughout their lives. Like they're probably walking around doing a bunch of other easy stuff. Well, they're not doing the easy stuff. They're just too lazy to do it. Like them same people probably go to the bathroom after they done dookied and be like, you know what? I see that toilet paper, but I ain't gonna use it. I mean, I see it right there, but I ain't gotta use it. Who's it hurting? You know what? I just use my hand. You know what? I wouldn't even use my hand. I just walk around with dingleberries in my booty hole all day. Well, nobody know. Who's it gonna hurt? It's the same thing with the blinker. You think it won't hurt anybody, but it can and it will. Same way you can use that toilet paper, use that blinker. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Save lives. What else about when I came here to Washington? This is another reason why I don't want to leave Washington, right? Besides the culture shock, which I really enjoy the culture shock because it taught me a lot, but I don't drink, so I don't know the terms and lingos First time I went to a brewery, I didn't know they only served the alcohol. I thought they had food there. This one guy's like, no, we don't have food here. I'm like, well, excuse me then. I just going down to the Piggly Wiggly, but y'all don't have Piggly Wiggly here. My bad. So I remember I went to this one place and I was like, I gotta get something to drink. My daughter was with me. She's like 4 years old at the time. So I was like, yeah, give me something light. And this girl was like, okay, like what? I'm like, orange juice? She's like, oh, we don't have orange juice. I'm like, dang, all right. What about something cold and light? I don't know, whatever you can make up. I didn't hear her when she said this. She said hard cider. I thought she said hot cider. And I got my daughter. I'm like, my daughter's thirsty. Let me get us a hot cider because my daughter's never had hot cider either. Not realizing I'm ordering hard cider for me and my 5-year-old daughter to drink. So I get the hot cider and I'm just like, okay, why is this hot cider cold though? It's weird. Like, I don't want to explain. I'll just take it with me to the table. We'll both drink it. So we go, we sit down. My daughter's like, Mommy, can I have some? I'm like, yeah, you can have some. So I'm about to let my daughter drink some hard cider. But I'm like, wait, let me taste it because it's cold. Hot cider shouldn't be cold. So it might be expired or something wrong with it. So I taste it. I'm like, man, there's some doggone alcohol. I can't see this to you. I didn't, that heifer said hard cider, not hot cider. And then I went to another place because, I don't know all the lingos and stuff when people offer me drinks. Usually when I go to a bar, and I usually go there because the stand-up when my friends are playing, I go there, I'm like, hey, I would like to get tonic because I love tonic water. The lady was like, okay, you want tonic? Tonic water? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you want gin and tonic? I'm like, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll take gin and tonic. I thought she meant ginger ale and tonic water because, I don't know. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll take it. But then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. They serve alcohol. Did she mean gin and tonic? Or did she mean ginger ale and tonic? I don't know. So I asked her, right? I'm like, did you mean ginger ale and tonic? Or did you mean gin, like the alcohol gin and tonic? She's like, yeah, I meant gin and tonic. I'm like, oh, sorry, my bad. I don't know. I don't drink. I don't know, okay? I'm like, just give me the tonic water. She looked at me like I was a Kim Kardashian without a big ass. Like I was just foreign. I was like, what? Excuse me? My bad. I'm just glad things are finally starting to open back up when it comes to like COVID and stuff, like the places, to hang out and have fun and stuff like that. It's good. I just feel like during COVID, that was the worst time for y'all weed smokers to be smoking weed. Because the way y'all out there coughing and hacking up, y'all sound like y'all got COVID 3000. I'm not knowing because I don't smoke. So I'm like, do I give them my spray, my inhaler? They got emphysema. I don't know what's going on right now. Y'all got all these terms, dabs, and what is it, bowls. I only know of a salad bowl and a chili bowl and a cereal bowl. Y'all got these little bowls that look like they go in a little Barbie doll sized house. It's crazy. But yeah, that's it. I gotta get back to work because my pimp gonna start looking for me here in a minute. I don't want him to beat me live in front of y'all, okay? All right, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. That's my time. Bye, y'all.
Give it up for Two Scarves, ladies. Give it up for Two Scarves. That is very, very good. And I'm glad that you tasted that hot cider before the baby got to it, because I would call CPS on you myself expeditiously. On this road trip, I think I've been reading TI's dictionary, so expeditiously is a new word for me. Hey, on this road trip has been very interesting because these little towns always have gentlemen's clubs. Gentlemen's clubs, they do. They have a lot of them. And so I was passing, I have all my kids in the car, and my baby boy, he's 9 years old, and he said, the gentlemen's club, is that where they teach men to be gentlemen? Yes, son. Exactly. Yes, son. As my 18-year-old daughter was in the back, just having the time of her life, cracking up. The kids say the darndest things, and he's so sweet, guys. He's so innocent. I did not want to take his innocence away. Although his daddy was like, maybe we should just give him $100 and let him go and learn how to be a gentleman. I am terrible. I am terrible. I'm trying to be a good mama, and y'all around here laughing at my foolishness. Thank you, Two Scarves again. And next, coming up to the stage out of Chicago, Illinois, is Miss Erica Switzer.
Thank you so much, Algiers. Thank you, everybody. You guys have been amazing tonight. As Algiers mentioned, I'm Erica Switzer. So I'm a Black American woman with a German name that used to teach English to French kids in the middle of Shanghai, China. If I add one more nationality to that, I get a free venti something from Starbucks. But I used to love my job. I used to take it seriously. I would teach my kids the classics like Macbeth. But what Kanye West is Macbeth and Kim Kardashian is Lady Macbeth. Pre-divorce, right? You know, the original clout chaser. Because I do believe it was Shakespeare who wrote, alas, she be a gold digger. And the lady doth protest the broke. See? I used to teach my kids those classics. You're probably wondering, what's the sister from Chicago doing in China? Well, getting in good with our future overlords. You know, I heard that right after I left, they made it mandatory for all foreigners to get tested for COVID by anal swabs. Apparently, I chose the wrong time to leave. I'd be up in there every day.
Oh, God.
Be up in there every day talking about, check it again. Are you sure? No? Are you sure? Yeah. For the last, I gotta get my hair redid, y'all. I know my tracks is showing. It's okay. I'm amongst sisters. It's all right, right? You should be glad I did a little something with it, because if I didn't, beforehand, I was sitting up here looking like if you went on wish.com and ordered Whoopi Goldberg, the struggle is real. I'm a childless MILF. I haven't had a boy, but I'll raise a man. You know, I figured if comedy doesn't work out for me, I want to be a rapper. But my rap name would be Childless Gambino. I've been thinking about other rap names. I want to try a few on. How about this one? Young Viola Davis. But I spell it Y-U-N-G. Like the kids is doing these days. Better yet, I think I got it. A couple weeks ago, I was on another show and we had a pink background. And I had like a little glitch going on. My ring light was making my forehead grow pink. You know, I got a big ass forehead. And I thought, ooh, Lil Uzi Squirt. Yes, I think I got it. I got it. Thank y'all. I love that feedback. If that fails, I want to own a sex toy shop. But I call it the crematorium. You know, I'm trying to be a classy lady, you know, I'm the kind of classy lady that keeps my sex toys in a Crown Royal bag. Trying to expand, you know. I love writing. I love the show This Is Us. Y'all like that show?
Yes.
Yes, I love it. But I was thinking, I want to pitch my own version of it to BET and call it That's Them.
I like that.
Yes, okay. I got it then. Thank you, sis. That's Them. Airing this fall on BET. Wonder who my daddy would be, who my Black Jack would be. Anyway, Got some more daydreaming to do about that damn show. Um, I did make a New Year's resolution. Y'all make New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
It was to learn how to make some more money.
Okay, baby, I hear you. That's what I'm on. See? That's why I'm running all my business ideas by y'all. Because y'all know what's up. I promised to cut you in. I made a New Year's resolution to stop talking to negative people.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, I haven't talked to myself in 28 days. You know, I got to get a win somehow. I feel like 2021 has had too many false starts. And every time it seems like 2020 part 2, I move the goalposts, you know? And that ain't cheating, that's my life. But what was I thinking about? I've been thinking about, I've been so stressed lately, and we've been talking about gaining the COVID weight and all that stuff. I've been so stressed that I have wound up stress eating gummy vitamins. This is bad. Yes, I have started stress eating gummy vitamins, and you know it's bad when you're in your bathroom at 11:45 at night, wrist deep in a bottle of lemon drop flavored vitamin D's. And your boyfriend walks on and you're like, baby, what's going on? And these joints were so good, I decided to get him some of his own. For men, the multivitamins for men, blood orange flavored. And before you know it, the two of us sitting out here on the damn futon, wrist deep in some gummy vitamins. And I had started running out of mine. So I was trying to real sneakily start sneaking some of his, you know. And after a couple weeks, I was starting to carry in all the groceries by myself. My hair got thicker, all over. My voice got higher. You know, it was... I've been thinking of some other ways to try and cut some weight. And one of the last times I cut weight, my doctor recommended me a new medication called Victoza. Yeah, Victoza. That kind of name sounds like the name of a mob boss that wears smart suits with sandals. Yeah, Victoza over here, you know. I wonder about some of these names for these different drugs. We got names like Abilify, which gives you the ability to do the thing that you weren't able to do before you took the thing that makes you able to do. It abilifies you. We got Cedra, Xiidra. That's my cousin. Trimfa. I went to school with her. And Chantix, you know, Chantix, the one that helps stop you smoking. Chantix kind of sounds like Esperanto for I need a fucking cigarette. But with all this stuff going on, I've started doing one of the things that I love to do when I feel bad about myself. I start watching American Idol rejects. That is my stuff. And I especially love watching some of those early seasons because when the show was originally on, I was in college and my entire 20s was a whole phase. So I don't remember any of this stuff. And one of my favorites was, this had to be about 2003 because the girl came onto the scene and she's got the short, you know, brunette hair, looking all cute with the Daisy Dukes on. She kind of looks like a Britney Spears ringer, right? And she's getting ready to take center stage and start doing her little song. And I'm like, yes, Brittany, give it to us. And she starts, good loving body, rocking, knocking boots all night long. And I was like, hold on. Kimberly Jane, hold on, Kimberly Jane. Well, what's going on? And that reminded me of something a couple of months before when I had just gotten back to the States. I remember being in a grocery store, going down to yogurt aisle, getting my, my lady yogurt with the Jamie Lee and all that, my yogurt. And I hear the song on the intercom, beautiful song. Got kind of like, how these songs nowadays sound all dream pop. They sound like if you ate cotton candy and drank lean. And then the song starts and the girl starts singing with the most beautiful little soprano voice. Back to life, back. And I was like, what the hell? Anyway, I'm Erica Switzer. You guys have been fantastic. Have a great night.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Yes. Everybody give it up for Erica.
Yes.
Everybody give it up for Erica Switzer. Yes. Hi, hilarious. As I am sitting here and the light is shining off of my forehead, I'm feeling some kind of way. This is so interesting. Listen, to the person who stated that they wanted to time people pilots by selling methamphetamines. Okay, let me move on. I just wanted to put it out there just in case, there are some Palm pilots watching who would like to buy some meth from us. It has made us very, very wealthy moving to the suburbs. I am terrible. I'm a terrible person. But hey, you guys, we have come to our final and performer for tonight, but I need to let you guys know of our sponsor, Maria Byrd Wellness Specialist in Holistic Therapy, who owns Regina Marie's Divine Treasures. You can find her website in the chat, but it's Regina-Maria's-Divine treasures.square.site, and that is our sponsor for tonight. And now we are going to have our headliner out of Brooklyn, New York. Beautiful young lady, a very funny woman. Her name is Ariel Evans. Give it up, everybody, for Ariel.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Algiers for hosting, even on the road. All the comedians have been so amazing so far. It's been a great show. Erica, your voice is so soothing. I want you to read all my jokes. I was like, this would sound so much better out of Erica's mouth. Oh, it's amazing. That was an amazing set. My name is Ariel. Yes, like the one from your childhood. 1996. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon from everybody's childhood. Oh man, it's nice to be here. During quarantine, I would watch anything, do anything. It's just passing the time. I did see an interesting documentary about Malcolm X, and I came to the conclusion that we don't spend enough time talking about how hot Malcolm X was.
Right?
No, like he's inspired generations, and nobody's talking about how hot he was. Like Martin Luther King is the father of the civil rights movement, but Malcolm X, he's the daddy. That is my Black Liberation Bay. My set is actually sponsored by Malcolm X. That's all I care about. I don't even care about comedy anymore. It's just how hot Malcolm X was. I am out here trying to find my Malcolm X. I was dumped this year. I was dumped during Black History Month.
Oh.
I think that should be a hate crime. Hate crime. I don't know. I ignored so many red flags about this guy. He was woke, but it was like somebody woke him up too early. Like he turned down NPR to call me a dumb bitch. Just so many red flags. Awful. He was 20 years older than me. So us hanging out was just him screaming at cable news. So that was the entire vibe. I watched way too much cable news. I saw a commercial for Budweiser Zero. That is non-alcoholic Budweiser. Who the fuck is drinking Budweiser for the taste? Like, who goes to the bar and is like, give me a Bud Heavy, hold the booze, keep the piss taste? Did you guys know that hard seltzers are malt beverages? Anyone know that? They're malt beverages. Black people literally can't have anything anymore. They're literally taking malt liquor from us. Like, that's where it's come to. I do fuck with hard seltzer though, but now when I get blacked out on White Claw, I just say I'm reclaiming my power. Just doing it for the culture, you know, black shit. I don't know. Men talk themselves out of sex a lot. They talk themselves out of sex pretty much constantly. I was on a date the other night, and I was going through my dating cover letter. I was like, oh, it's the outdoors. I only drink socially. Talking about growing up in Seattle, and he goes, yeah, but where are you actually from? I was like, here, America. He doubles down. He goes, yeah, but what's your nationality? Same. See above. That's the same question. He doesn't quit there. He goes, yeah, but where are your parents from? What's your background? And I was like, well, my parents are from New York City. I grew up in Seattle. So in New York, I'm Dominican. And then in Seattle, I'm just Lakeisha. I'm one of 5 Black people, including my family and Dusty. This is all the Black people in Seattle right here on this call. All of us. Sex was still on the table, though at that point, sex was still on the table. Sex came off the table when he referred to his father as daddy. Like, I was so caught off guard, I had to repeat it. I was like, so are you close with your parents? And he was like, well, I'm kind of close with my mom, but I'm very close with my daddy. Like, what? He's 45 years old. The only person he should be calling daddy is the person he's fucking. I just picture it now, we're in bed and I'm like, oh yeah, daddy. And he's like, no, that's my father. I'm junior daddy. That's it. That's when sex came off the table. I have been striking out with the men. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been doing a pretty bad job with them. I invited a guy over a couple of days ago, and he did the weirdest thing I ever seen. He came over and he proceeded to eat cocaine. Like, what the? Like, I was like, am I a loser? Are kids doing this now? I don't know. Been in my house for so long. Are we eating cocaine? No, that's what we're doing. Oh, it was, and I know what you guys are thinking. No, he didn't like put it on his gums. I've seen that. He pulled out a homemade spoon and ate cocaine. He then proceeded to recite the entire movie of Goodfellas to me. He was a gentleman about it. He was a gentleman. He did offer me to eat cocaine, but I was like, no, I'm a vegan. Is it plant-based? I just can't get into it. I am a vegan, but nobody believes I'm a vegan because I wear a bra. Before comedy, I used to work in politics, and I tried to keep up with the news, and I saw a news report that people in the White House are being fired for admitting to smoking weed. What? Yeah, Kamala Harris is out here doing what she does best. locking up people for weed. Yeah. Like, I think Joe Biden's okay. I think he's okay. I support Joe Biden like a 15-year-old bra. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Like, to me, the Democrats are like the electric slide. I don't really enjoy it, but I have to because I'm black. So get some black card. Also, there is no graceful way to exit the electric slide. I have not found it. If you guys find one, please tell me. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm leaving. That's it. There's no graceful way to exit it. The Blue Lives Matter crowd. I know there's a lot of them here. The Blue Lives Matter crowd have an argument that a good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. A good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. So if all cops aren't bad, where are the good guys with guns? Like, where are the good guys with guns to stop the so-called bad apples, right? Like, I need the good guys with guns to put on their Becky boots and start apple picking. Like, I'm out here looking for Olivia Benson eating Honey Crisp, and all I'm getting is Granny Smith calling the cops. That was for my apple heads in the house. I think it's gotten so bad that cops are like reality stars that release their own sex tape. There's like, God. I am shocked by this video. This is not who I am. I have a black friend. We're all friends now. We're family. I got to be honest with you guys. I got to come clean. I used to date a cop, but I've grown. I'm matured. I now know that is the wrong way to fuck the police. The wrong way to do it, guys. I live in Brooklyn now, and my neighbors across the way. You may hear music playing. They play reggaeton at full volume, yet refuse to pay for Spotify Premium, which is like, come on. The whole neighborhood's gonna listen. At least step up your game up. No more fucking commercials. It's so obnoxious. Oh man, I grew up in Seattle, and Seattle's like a weird liberal place. It's like where Bernie bros go to retire. Seattle's weird. Seattle's weird because I got called the N-word by a guy in a Future is Female t-shirt. Yeah, he was like, the future is yours, just not in my neighborhood. I don't want it in my neighborhood. Yeah, it was a weird place. I had a lot of white friends growing up, and whenever they want to refer to a black person, they always look to me to confirm what they're about to say, as if I'm their human resources race manager. Sure, you guys know all about this. It's like, African American, great. Colored people, no. People of color, that's a loophole. Congratulations. I had so much power. I think that's what they mean by black power. I think that's what they mean. Just being your only black friend in a group, you have all the power. Growing up, my parents, they went through like a very nasty divorce. And I remember there was one night that got bad, and my mom was like, we're gonna go stay in a hotel for the night. And my first thought was, man, I hope we stay at the hotel with a pool. Like, what? What a shitty little kid I was. My mom is fighting for her life and the life of her children. I'm just like, it's just been such a stressful day. I could just really use a dip right now. The worst. My parents, they shared custody of us initially. And every time it was my dad's weekend to have us, he would take me and my brother to his friend's apartment and make us sit in a damp cement basement. And we sit in this basement for hours and hours while my dad and his friends practice karate.
Oh wow.
It was like Fight Club for pussies. My dad, he did a lot of weird things growing up. I remember my dad used to carry around this life-size walking stick, and he had no trouble walking. Nor was he Gandalf the Great, so weird things. I remember in 3rd grade, my dad showed up at my school, which was really weird because he was not supposed to be there, according to the King County judge. And my dad pulls me in close and he's like, Ariel, we're running away to Las Vegas together. What? I'm just joking. My dad didn't say that. He went without me. That just got too sad for you guys. It's fine. I don't have father issues. That's what I tell myself every morning in the mirror. It's fine. I don't know. Even though my dad left a long time ago, like I still carry the lessons he taught me, right? Like my dad taught me that life is like a marathon, not a sprint. Because when you spend your whole life doing cocaine, you're gonna always feel like you're running.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys are like, yeah, actually, that was me last night. Yes. My dad also taught me that cocaine is like Taylor Swift, white and okay in moderation. You gotta pace yourself, you guys. That's a little self-help for you guys, a little self-hack right there. Pace yourself on cocaine. I don't know. My mom, she called me the other day and she told me that she is taking a trip with her non-boyfriend, and if the trip goes well, they're going to get married. Like, this is insane. My mom's a crazy person. Like, my mom's been divorced for 20 years, and now she's basing her entire next marriage off a Carnival cruise ship. My mom's non-boyfriend is technically her ex-boyfriend, who is a white guy from Canada. And the last trip they took, they went to a place called Great Slave Lake.
Oh God.
Yeah. And because of the Canadian conversion rate, she became his legal tender. That's how conversion works out. Don knows how conversion works out. If you guys are unsure, Great Slave Lake is in northern Canada, just past Ariel Boulevard. You can't miss it. Just a short drive from here. Short drive. I am super excited to see my mom's engagement pic from Jim Crow's cornfield. They're gonna be pretty sweet. I don't know. My family's crazy. I guess I'm crazy too because I do stand-up comedy. My brother, he's in a cult. It's a fine. We accept it, and by accept it, I mean ignore it. I was talking to him about it early on, and he was like, "Ariel, you can't join the cult." To be fair, he didn't call it a cult. He called it the Supreme Leaders Clubhouse. And he was like, Ariel, you can't join the clubhouse because you date white men. I was like, whoa. In my defense, I just do that recreationally. Right? It's just for funsies. Like when I settle down, it is going to be with a person of wealth. Guarantee it. I'm also a godmother, and being a godmother is kind of like being the Queen of England. It's just a title.
Aww.
I know. And in order to have any real responsibility, a lot of people have to die. My godson, 7 years old, easily my best friend. I was talking the other night and he goes, Ariel, a fart is like a doorbell saying, the poop is here. That is the greatest thing I've ever heard. It's funnier than anything I could ever dream to write. It's too good. I was like, please Stop crushing my dreams. You're too good at this. He's better at comedy than me already. My soon-to-be ex-friend, I'll explain why. My soon-to-be ex-friend is refusing to get vaccinated. And I was like, what? You drank 4 Loco. Like, you won't get microchipped, but you'll drink liquid PCP. I don't get what's going on. That was a crazy time. Okay. Hear me out. I think we should bring back catcalling. Hear me out. I think we should bring back catcalling. I'd rather a catcall than the silent murderous stare men now do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I'd rather hear I have a nice ass. I think you're gonna kill me and wear my skin. Like, the shame worked. No more catcalling. Now all we get is it's way worse. I'm a feminist, but sometimes I feel like a bad feminist, you know. Like when I say we should bring back catcalling, or when I dance to an R. Kelly song. I'm alone in my apartment. I have so many options. What am I doing? Just a bad feminist. Like, I support equal pay, but I think that if women are going to make 80 cents on the dollar, women should have to work 80% of the time, right? Women should get to clock out at 3 p.m. We're Black women, so we're leaving at 11 a.m. Just coming in for our lunch breaks. You guys have been so great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Woo woo. Oh, she's muted.
It's wonderful. I was up in here cracking up laughing. I gave my husband the opportunity to listen to you. You were very, very awesome. But the key word in all of that set was cocaine. Cocaine. That is the type of luxury drug that you can be on when you come to the suburbs and capitalize on these white people by selling them meth. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all come to Algiers house, you will be able to partake in spoonfuls of cocaine, just like she said. I'm classy. At least it's gonna be silver spoons, you know, that I usually have my kids do the shining up. I'm so glad that you guys. I'm so glad that you guys were here on the lineup for this Sunday's Soul Sister Sundays, given by our great Dante, my boy Dante. Give it up for Dante for having and putting this together every last Sunday of the month since it's been since the beginning of the year. And Dante, you have really put on a great show, and all of the lineups have been wonderful. So Suitman Productions, I want to shout you out. Thank you so much for having me as a host. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, TwoScarves, whose supervisor has probably told her to go home for the rest of the goddamn day. Thank you, Erica, and thank you, Angela, for participating tonight in setting the stage online, on fire, on Beyonce's internet. You women are great. Don't forget to shout out and go to our sponsors page and all of those things, because I've never actually been there, but I'm gonna have to go there. Maria Byrd Wellness Specialist in Holistic Therapy.
It's all right. I got it.
Because I don't need holistic.
Anyway,
I don't need holistic therapy, Dante.
it's all right. I
got cocaine. I got cocaine.
Hey, next
All right,
weekend,
good night, guys.
we've got a huge week. We've got shows in town on 7:30, Friday the 30th. We've got Laughs at Lo-Fi, so Suitman Productions will be there. Also, we've got Atastic Artists at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday, and Dating with Disabilities at noon. For those of you who haven't heard, all Suitman production shows will now be airing on a radio in Oregon.
Wow.
So you ladies
Congrats.
will now be it'll trickle down. Not everybody's gonna get paid fucking tomorrow. Don't think that. But if you're in Central Oregon, listen to 89.3 on the weekends, and you'll start hearing Superman production comedy shows on your weekends on a public radio station. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all my beautiful soul sisters, and I'll see you next month. Good night, everybody.